Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into the show. I'm Dean Bokhari and welcome to another episode in my intermittent fasting series. Now today's episode is going to be about the primary driver of intermittent fasting, which is insulin. Now, why is that so important when it comes to intermittent fasting for fat loss, and what is it about insulin levels that essentially make this whole intermittent fasting so effective? Now, let's think of it when you go to sleep, for example. You essentially do an overnight fast. 8 hours for most people, depending on how much sleep you get, you're essentially fasting for about 8 hours, right? Now, what most people do is they'll get up in the morning after going to sleep, rise, and have a big breakfast. Now, what happens to your insulin levels when you have a big breakfast is that they actually just spike. Boom! They just go up instead of being stabilized, which is what's good for fat loss. That's what actually drives fat loss. Now, when your insulin levels are low, that's what equivalates to more fat burning. When your insulin levels are high, that's when your body is more prone to store adipose tissue, fat, essentially. Now, here's what happens if you skip breakfast and you prolong your fasting, which is what makes it so effective. Now, you go to bed at night, 8 hours, then you continue to fast. You don't eat anything for breakfast, and you just keep on going, and then you break your fast, depending on what kind of fasting program you're doing, at around 2, 3 o'clock. Now, what happens during that 16-hour fast, 18-hour fast, 20-hour fast, however long it is that you decide to do, is your body begins to go into lipolysis, meaning free-form fatty acids start pouring into your bloodstream, and your body begins to use fat for fuel. And that is what keeps your insulin levels low as well, and they're stabilized, they're nice and low, they're not spiking up, which equivalates to fat storage. They're continuing to stay low and stabilize. In fact, they actually, after you eat food, it usually spikes up. But then every hour after you have it, for every fasted hour thereafter, your insulin levels continue to go down, continue to go down, and then they just stabilize very, very low. Your body starts pouring free-form fatty acids into your bloodstream. Bloodstream starts using fat for fuel, and your body begins to start losing fat. That is what makes intermittent fasting so awesome, so effective, and so fantastic for so many people. Low insulin, free-form fatty acids, burn fat for fuel, boom. That's your episode for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. For more information, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and subscribe to my blog, deansdailydose.com. Thanks for tuning in.